out my problems, let me point up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Okay, Coach, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Buffalo Bills. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They run with Edwards. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, it's Edwards, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Wallace, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. King. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Switch. Kill.
Now a give right side. It's Wallace, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
Ready. 16 We ain't giving up nothing today.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Hey, Delta. We take it. Hey, 59, ready.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know the fans are thinking right now, I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
11.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Hey, Haywood.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
53, Mike. I don't think you got it, sir.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give, right side. Wallace looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
To throw on 3rd down, King. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Here we go. 180. Let's get that home. Hey, look, 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, switch gears. Man.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the slant. I got this. Show it up. Check 50. Watch the ship.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play.
Go.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go. 180. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
From the 27, Garoppolo. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Check 37. He's coming.
first down. It's Wallace, and able to get it across the 10 to the 15. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10.
Watch that creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch the safety creep. Check.
They'll try the left side. Wallace, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Check 26.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, one. Got it.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Going long here for Wallace. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 53 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Back to throw. King. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
One, Omaha. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check 4. 21.
And to give this time to the tailback. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
65. And we're going 37 to Mike.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
And we're going 37 to Mike. Mike, Alpha.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
12, fellas, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Here we go. Black 80! Lock! Say. 21. Here we go.
Now they try the right side here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check three. White.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. Hey, check. You got double tight.
Garoppolo, quarterback sneak. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They hand off to their big tight end. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check 21. Check. 25. Check 25. I got you. Hey, check 25.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 49-yard
12. Mike, 45.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Garoppolo now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen. Developing, ran to it and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fielded at the 20. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Get off the field. Kill.
And an alley to run. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check 52. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check.
They'll try the left side. Wallace. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check nickel. He's crossing. He's checking crack.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wallace. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
I'm scared. Check 43. Check hot.
A first down carry for Smith. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, mine's 50. Run up.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he's able to find Wallace. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. Back now in Buffalo. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. King now, operating from the gun. That's complete to Smith. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53.
King from the gun. He'll throw. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. And the Bills are going to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bills on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Here we go. 120.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
11.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And a second field goal here gets them back within a couple at 8-6 now. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
53, Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, King. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Here we go.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. On second down now, Cecil, and he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Number 53, Mike 53.
Black!
He's checking. Crash. Joker. Shoot. Hey, alert 3.
Black! Hey, Hunt!
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here we go,
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We want this. Hey, switch gears.
Two!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go. 180!
Mike 45. You must be dreaming. Check 15. Watch the ship.
Hey, alert!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go. 180!
Okay, just like that. Tight dog. Check 37. He's coming. Double up.
Hey, Hunt!
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Let's go, folks.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
58 for Mike. 58 for Mike.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught at the 25. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One last shot for Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game.